What do you want? Call off your dogs before I cut off their ears. And your crew were wise to stay away from me. I enjoyed killing those slavers, and I would happily kill them 20 times over. Yes, slavers. It's not enough that you Westerners take goods from Ushanko. You must take the people also. These are being taken to Mauritania. Vampires won't judge the slavers. They will look hungrily at the slaves and pay for shiploads more. Why bring it to anyone? In the East, a crime is swiftly answered with the removal of limbs or death. I am not one to remove limbs. As you can see, it doesn't stop a person from killing. If I stay here, it will be because I choose. I will only sting if I am provoked, little Khan. What do you want? Little Khan, I have something you will want to hear. 18 and a half, actually. I have news from an old friend and informer. His name's Kiral, and his information has never failed me. I drove a group of slavers called the Skulls out of Ushanko. Maybe you have heard of them. They come from around here. Although they may have gone, their eastern contact remains. He's a Khan, the ruler of Thalassia. His name is Tombi. He runs his island like a factory. While it churns out gunpowder, he uses the wealth to build a palace out of jade. His people hate him for it, but they're too weak to do anything. Either they've been broken by the sulfur mines, or they're taken by slavers. He knows his people are easy pickings. He used the skulls so that his hand remained clean. Then he took the lion's share of profits to fund his green palace. He had to die, of course. I could have stowed away on one of your ships, but I thought it polite to ask first. You think I should torture him first? Perhaps you're right. This man has sent thousands of people to their deaths. Even by your Western standards, the man deserves to die. What do you want? Tombi is dead. I like your choice of replacement. He has already hung drawn and courted his corrupt officials. There is one small problem. I killed most of Tombi's bodyguards once the alarm was set off, but one got away. He saw my face. I recognized him from before. He's an assassin of the Death Lotus Order. There's not a Khan who does not fear them and their work. It means that I need to lie low, little Khan. What do you want? Thank you for talking to me. I know we have not always seen eye to eye. Remember the assassin who saw my face when I killed Tombi? The Death Lotus assassin? His name is Back, and he's been making his way home to the Pearl Fortress, their headquarters. He intends to tell them that I am alive. Back is scum. He'd stab you in the back just so he didn't have to carry the weight of his dagger. I worked for the Death Lotus. Where else could I have become such a trained killer? I have only remained alive because they believe I am dead. If they know I'm alive, assassins will rain down on us like a monsoon. You see much, little Khan. Kirau tells me that Back is at the Firebird Inn on the Chimera Isles. If I promise not to kill him, would you take me there, little Khan? What do you want? That is not important right now. The Death Lotus know that I am alive. They've sent a top assassin to have me killed. It was that son of a squid, Back. He sent a letter days ago and was only heading back to collect a reward. Seems I must kill the leader of the Death Lotus before he kills me. I should let you know who we, are up against. To do so means starting with Quinn. Have you heard of her? The self-proclaimed Khan of the Sea. Quinn is a sea singer, a sorcerer with the power to change currents and brew storms. Most sea singers can share their consciousness with a single sea monster, waking it and controlling it. Quinn, however, can control all sea creatures at once. While the Wushanko Isles have never been peaceful, Quinn brought carnage, an all-out war between sea and land. Tens of thousands died. Quinn won, but the sea monsters were greatly reduced, which is the only reason we can travel between islands. After the war, so many wanted Quinn dead. The Khans of the other islands petitioned the Death Lotus to kill Quinn, but the Order of Assassins was unwilling to risk Quinn's wrath, for fear of failure. One Khan offered the Death Lotus more wealth than the other Khans combined. The Order of Assassins could not turn it down. I was the best assassin. At 16, I was peerless. Baby Tooth, my leader and mentor, chose me from the ranks available to him. I was envied above all. The Death Lotus smuggled me onto a merchant ship to Quinn's home island, a place she calls Paradise. It's a small island with one palace standing at its center, an ivory building that sits on 4 golden pillars. I positioned myself in the rafters of the palace and waited for Quinn to enter her chambers. Sea singers aren't known for their prowess in combat, certainly not on land. So I was surprised to see her with only one bodyguard, an occultist. My dart flew through the air, but the occultist must have known I was there. Her staff knocked the dart from its flight. I fired again, but creeping fire burned my face and the dart was wayward. The occultist called for guards. I escaped and hid in the jungle for 3 weeks. Then, many things, but I will leave you eager to hear more. Back awaits me, and there is information that I am keen to extract forcibly from his foul hide. I'll ensure he's quiet, little Khan, and I'll tell you more of my story once I have gouged the names from Back. What do you want? Big news, little Khan. That would be skipping to the end. First, I promised you more of my story. After I failed to kill Quinn, the Khan of the Sea, I barely returned to the Death Lotus with my life. I did not know what to expect. I knew Babytooth, our leader, would be furious. He told me that I had brought shame on the Death Lotus, and that the Order of Assassins would be lucky to survive Quinn's wrath. I was to leave the Order. I accepted this with reluctance. Then, Babytooth asked me to bare my wrists. Wu, Babytooth's fat son, grabbed me by the forearm and raised a blade. Before my hand had even hit the floor, Wu had raised his knife again. He grabbed at my other forearm, but his hands were slippery with blood. I wrested myself from his grasp, ran to the window, and threw myself into the sea. A merchant ship picked up my unconscious body. That's how I met Kirao. We see killing as a game, and I lost, is how it works. Back revealed that Wu, the one who cut off my hand, is charged with taking me home. Kirao has located him on the island that reflects the moon. This Hydra has only 2 heads, little Khan. I kill Wu and then Babytooth. What do you want? It is the way of the assassin. Fail at your task and your life is forfeit. He failed to take my hand, so I took his head. I plan to pull a tooth from its mouth and hang it from my belt. We will talk again once I have met with Kirao. He will find Babytooth's location. Soon I will have another tooth for my belt. What do you want? We have to be quick. Babytooth, the leader of the Death Lotus assassins, is visiting the training camps of Tokoku. This may be our only chance. Kirao, my old informer, has learned that he will only be there for a day. I was raised at the training camps of Tokoku. I used to escape for an evening to the local town so I could steal ramen. I know the camp's ins and outs. We do not have long before he moves again. This is our only chance, little Khan. This will stop the Death Lotus assassins from chasing me. What do you want? It was a trap. If your men hadn't been there, I would be dead. I feel nauseous. Kirao set us up. It can only have been Kirao. Kirao knows everything. I always thought he had something of the soothsayer about him. This is purest betrayal. Babytooth will pay, but Kirao must die first. Once I've found that serpent, I'll cut open his belly. What do you want? I visited Kirao. He was sat, cross-legged in his chambers. He knew why I was there, but didn't move. He had to. Quinn threatened to level Kirao's village if he did not set a trap for me. She threatened to kill his family, friends, and crewmen. No, I stabbed him in the heart and buried him, according to his customs. I have the pain locked away, broiling and angry in my chest. I will unleash it on Baby Tooth. That's why I've come here. I plan to attack the Death Lotus at their headquarters, Pearl Fortress. Proud as I am, I know I cannot attack without a ship or a crew. I would argue otherwise. The Order of Assassins has grown complacent and proud. They would not dare to believe that someone would attack them brazenly. And you forget that I am angry and so very good at what I do. What do you want? It is done. Baby Tooth is dead. The Death Lotus assassins are broken, and my hand has been avenged. No, the game has been won. The Death Lotus will acknowledge this and return to the other games in play. It's how they've always worked. Quinn, the Sea Singer, is another matter. She may yet abandon her search for me, but part of me hopes not. She is the one who got away, and I would jump at an excuse to kill her. Pretty and fearsome. But I could not have got this far without you. You have provided shelter, a ship, crewmen, and wisdom when I needed it most. I am at your disposal. Whenever you have need of me, just let me know, little Khan. You have to admit, it's been fun.